Jacob, I'm a little boy.
Oh! Sub 10 seconds.
There is no space for my foot to go on it.
It's all over it, okay? Whoa.
Hey, Jacob.
Oh, hey, Matt.
What are we driving today?
Oh, it's a bloody Toyota HiLux GR Sport.
Oh, the HiLux GR Sport. It is, in fact, Toyota's best HiLux. I'm going to say that right out of the gate, Jacob.
It's the bloody best.
It's the bloody best. But I said HiLux, all right? It's not the best ute.
That limits the range quite a lot.
Oh, well, not really, because there's so many now. But anyway, here we are with the GR Sport. It actually comes with some really cool upgrades, like a better engine-ish thing. We'll come back to that. But then there are also some things about this car that are just not acceptable at this price point. At 75K, it shouldn't come with an interior of a 2010 Corolla. So in today's review, we're gonna give you a full and objective review of the Toyota GR Sport. Talk about everything good with the car, but also everything that just isn't good and is not okay. But anyway, we'll take a look at all the exterior changes, all the mechanical changes as well. We'll check out the practicality and the interior. We're going to check out the interior, Jacob.
Oh, yes, please.
I almost want to skip over that section. Then we're going to drive this thing, see just how well it handles the corners. Then we're going to launch it. We're going to see just how quick it is from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour using our specialist timing gear that has satellites connected to it.
And it works even in torrential downpour.
Apparently. So, Jacob, without further ado...
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, Daddy Jacob, let's talk about all the exterior changes.
Did you just call me Daddy?
I did. Okay, 135 millimeter wider at the front, 155 millimeters wider at the rear. It's also 15 millimeters higher. And Jacob, you might think to yourself, haven't I seen that before? You know?
I certainly have.
Yeah, because it's in the
HiLux
Rogue.
Rogue.
That's right. Say it with us at home.
HiLux Rogue.
Can you spell Rogue? R-O-Y-G. Yeah, so we've kind of seen this before. So the mechanical changes underneath the skin, it does share a lot with the Rogue. It does have quite a few different things, but let's talk about some of the exterior changes though, Jacob, because it looks magnificent.
Bro, this looks so goddamn masculine.
It just looks so good. It could beat me in a fight. Yeah, no, it really could. Check out down here, you've got a bunch of aero and it's all just huge, fat. You've got these nice headlights here, they're LEDs. You got your LED daytime running light, LED turn signal, LED lights. Guess what the word of the day is, Jacob?
LED. LED.
Oh. Yeah, don't go around LED. You've got some black highlights around here. I love this. Toyota badge spelt out in this really cool font. You've also got your radar under here because when they take out the Toyota badge, that actually has the radar, so they have to replace it with an actual radar. And then you've got a little 360 camera up front. Terrible 360 camera.
Not great.
It's really bad. Anyway, GR badge there. You've also got a cool mesh insert down the bottom. You've got some different body colored stuff. By the way, this is in
Feverish red.
Feverish red.
I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I. Also down the bottom, you have a 2 millimeter thick steel bash plate to protect the underside of this car.
And my feelings.
Let's chat about the side. All right, Jacob, here we are at the side.
We've arrived.
It's time to talk shop, okay? Man up. On the side here, we have these 17-inch alloy wheels. They've also got 4-piston brake calipers behind it. You've also got some really fat rubber there as well because it's got Bridgestone Jeweler all-terrain. It's joining the Ranger.
Perfect tires for drifting.
Apparently. Please stop drifting, press cars. Behind the wheel is a new suspension setup. So you get revised dampers. They're KYB monotube dampers. Actually pretty good, you'll see that on the road.
Very nice.
And we have revised coils as well, at least the tuning on the coils. So that is all very, very good. You have, these fat haunches there. I love them. Again, a camera here, terrible 360 camera. HiLux badge there. I'm gonna go on a little rant here, Jacob.
Go for it.
Come closer. Come closer, young Padawan. My hands are very dry. Toyota, what the actual are these? These metal side steps, great in theory, terrible in practice. Look at this. There is no space for my foot to go on it. Oh, keyless entry and go, of course. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. If I try and get in Like my foot genuinely just slips off every time, or it's like a real struggle. It's like, what is even the point of that?
Bro, I think you just have really big feet.
No, I have normal people feet. You can't even pull it out. Looks like you could pull that out and get an extension. It doesn't work like that. Toyota, I'm so genuinely confused by that choice.
Me too, man, actually.
Rant over. Let's keep talking about
Let's resume.
Alrighty, anyway, we have some tinted privacy glass there. You're also going to see the black roof on this one as well. It's an optional extra and it does actually look pretty cool. I reckon it makes a difference with this red paint because it is very red. Again, this thing looks really, really good from pretty much any angle. I'll give it to them. You have a red brake caliper there. It says GR on it. It's a single piston disc brake. On the SR5 and below, you still get drum brakes, which kind of not okay anymore. Monotube damper again there, and you'll see it's mounted on the exterior of the frame. But you still get the leaf spring suspension, so theoretically this thing should be able to take a load, but it's still not great. It's 790 kilograms. It's kind of average.
Yeah, it's not the best.
It's not the best. Jacob, let's check out the bum. Alrighty, coming to the back. I actually kind of like the design of the HiLux taillights. They look kind of cool.
I actually really like them.
Except for one thing, Toyota.
Here we go.
Here we go. Incandescent bulbs. What is this? 2001? Enough!
I could see your belly there.
Yeah,
bro.
well, guess what? I'm a porky lad and I can't help it. Enough. Enough, enough, enough. Manufacturers everywhere. It's not just Toyota, so many other manufacturers do this. Stop it. It cheapens the car and it's so cheap to change the bulb.
That was the second rant of the day, bro.
Let's keep talking about this. HiLux badge there. You've also got your GR Sport badge there. I really like Gazoo Racing badge.
I think it looks really, really cool.
Really cool. I like how it's all blacked out badging as well. Toyota badge there. This thing also has a 3.5 ton towing capacity. Okay, this thing, yes, it's rated up to 3.5 ton, but as soon as you put a 3.5 ton whatever on the back, I'm no towing expert, but from what I hear, it's like you're left with 82 kilograms of payload. Right, so that means that me sitting in the car, that would make this car illegal to drive. If you don't know much about towing like me, I'd be very careful because
you risk going over.
You risk going over, and that could be dangerous. Anyway, let's check this out, Jacob.
Are you gonna be able to do that one-handed?
I don't think so. No torsion bar, no hydraulics, no whatever to help you out.
What do you think this is, a Ford Ranger?
Oh, or even a GWM Canon X anyway. You do get a lot of space though in the back. It's pretty much class leading, so that's good. Not a huge amount of space between the wheel arches compared to other utes, but it's still actually okay. You've also got a big GR badge thing over there, a GR sticker here with a QR code, and you get a bed liner there as well, so it's pretty good, but there's no like cover or anything like that that you'd find on a Wildtrak X, which this thing goes head to head with, Jacob. So really, spec for spec, it's so far
kind of losing, man.
It's kind of losing. But let's check out the interior. Maybe that'll brighten things up.
You know it won't.
Alrighty, friend. I'm gonna give you all a trigger warning here. If you're a die-hard simp for the Toyota HiLux and you can't take criticism, probably a good time to get out.
Probably click away now.
Let's talk about the good though, because there actually are some good, or at least what's the differences? Well, you get a little GR badge for your GR steering wheel, feels very nice. You got a little red dead ahead there. Got a GR badge for your seats. Oh, like this Alcantara and leather material. It actually feels quite nice.
I agree, the seats are a definite highlight.
You even get GR Sport mats. Not this kind of mat. Isn't that funny, Jacob? Your infotainment screen, it's skinned in red, and your small screen in front of you says GR when the car turns on.
Those are some nice little touches.
Apart from that, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, Jacob.
Time for the trigger.
It's time for the trigger. And I'm gonna be as fair as I can to this car, but you touch around, it's all just really nasty plastics.
But Matt, it's more bloody rugged.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't think so, actually. And often this stuff can start to rattle away and just not be great after a while. There's other things as well, like hard materials, they actually reflect sound versus soft, which help to absorb it. So it's quite loud in here. Even, look, listen to this. Just turn it on. When you've got that engine going and you're driving along the road, you get tire noise, it's loud in here, man.
Yeah. It definitely feels very agricultural.
Does feel a bit agricultural. Storage is great. So you get heaps of storage up there. You've got storage down there. By the way, you've got a little air vent in there, Jacob, to keep your drinks cool.
That's cool.
You've got a cup holder over there that can hide away and get storage. I love that. Same on the driver's side as well. That's really, really good. You also get a couple of cup holders here and a little storage area. It's not a wireless charger, and when we're literally on the doorstep of 2024, it should be a wireless charger. You do have a little storage area there. This, thankfully, is nice and softly padded. If you go for the SR5, it's literally hard plastic. It's terrible. But you do get plenty of space in there, and you also get a household socket in there, Jake.
That's pretty good.
These flies, I'm actually going to demolish them.
There's so many.
I'm going to fight them, okay? I'm literally going to fight them. But like even this printing on this part here, it just, like, I can literally see the resolution. So
yeah, it feels like it's a scratchy, I'll be honest.
Come on, HiLux. I think it's time for a new gen. Like,
Yeah.
what the f, man? Like, seriously? Seriously.
It is feeling a bit long in the tooth, especially with the infotainment.
Let's talk about this. So they've definitely updated the processor, and it actually responds really well, but it's one of those really old Toyota systems that the graphics are terrible. It does have wide Apple CarPlay and wide Android Auto, and that works fine. And when the sound goes through to these JBL speakers, it does sound really, really good, even though these JBL speakers literally look like the biggest afterthoughts ever.
Yeah, they've just been stuck on the dash there.
Quite literally, you can see the seams within them as well. I don't know, it just, like, people are going to defend this by saying that, yeah, it's more rugged or whatever. Actually, to me, it just feels like a bit of a lack of care.
Yeah, you know what it is?
What?
They've gotten so comfortable up at the top of the heap of utes that they've let the bloody Ranger and Amarok surpass them.
It's like, if you watch our Wildtrak X review, which is this car's competitor at the same price, you're going to see a much nicer interior space, like much, much nicer. And I think that Toyota can do it, and I'm really rooting for them. I'm hoping the next gen HiLux is going to be way nicer. But there's just some things in this car, man. It's just not befitting of a $75,000 car. In front of you, the digital instrument cluster, it's very small. It's really small. It doesn't show a huge amount of information. It's okay. You do get analog gauges, which are fine, right? They're mostly fine. But then you start to consider the price, and you're just like, come on. And people will argue that, oh, that little digital screen, if you have a bigger one, it'll break. Well, little screens can break too, okay?
That argument makes no sense.
It literally makes no sense. You still get a screen in front of you, it's just small. In fact, there's probably more complexity there. So Jacob, let's talk about the off-roading credentials of this car. So we have 4 high, we also have 4 low, so it has a low range transfer case. It also has a locking rear diff, no front diff, but that's okay.
It's no full-time four-wheel drive though, like the Ranger.
It's no full-time four-wheel drive, and we noticed that driving around actually today. You'll see in wet, this thing can lose the rear end kind of easily. So whereas the HiLux Rogue is technically better for on-road driving because it has a sway bar, here in the GR Sport, it's actually been deleted to allow for better wheel articulation in the rear. So technically speaking, this should be the better off-roader. And if you want to see us do a full proper off-road test of this car, let us know in the comment section below. Should we do another review of this? You also get a couple of 12-volt sockets here, a USB-A port there too, and your seats are heated using these very afterthoughty looking buttons. Toyota, do us a favor. Give us the new gen. I think we need it.
Yeah, if it's anything like the Corolla Cross on the inside, we'll be a lot happier.
Yeah, a lot happier. Jacob, let's check out the back seats.
Let's do it.
So something that the HiLux does really well is the back seats. It's really easy to lift them, and then you get some storage space underneath. So that's all very, very good. Climbing in using this terrible side step, Why? Anyway, you have a very easy grab handle there, super easy to get in. Let's close it. Quality back here, I mean, we can say it's the same as up front. It's all scratchy materials, but here is kind of nice. Actually, space back here is pretty good. 5'11", heaps of legroom. Toe room is okay. Headroom is actually pretty good as well. You do get a couple of air vents. No way to charge devices in the back though, which is a massive, massive miss. But anyway, let's pull this down. Oh! Nice center armrest with a couple of cup holders. You also get red seat belts. That's actually across the interior there too. And the back seats, they feel nice with this cool Alcantara suede thing and leather there as well. So actually it's pretty good in the back. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's actually decent. In fact, I would say it's probably better in some ways than a Ranger.
Yeah, I mean, it's very utilitarian, but that's not a bad thing.
No, it does the job. Oh, didn't mention this. Map pockets, and you get little grocery hooks on the back as well. Jacob, enough dilly-dally-dollying.
Let's drive
the damn thing. Alrighty, friend. Driving the 2024 Toyota HiLux GR Sport.
Bloody hell. I'm revved up right now, bro.
Corner.
Do you know why I'm revved up?
Why are you revved up?
Because this thing has so much goddamn power and torque. I'm losing my mind.
All right, let's talk about that. So it's got a 2.8 litre, 4-cylinder turbo diesel.
God.
Yeah, it's the same engine that you'll find in pretty much every other Toyota HiLux, but it's different because it actually gets a 10% power and torque boost, putting it up to 165 kilowatt of power.
Bloody hell.
550 newton meters of torque. Do you mind if I put the car into daddy power mode?
Oh, press it. Ooh, you can see it came up there with PWR. That means power.
Come on, baby.
Oh my God. Oh, it feels nice. Oh my God, it feels nice.
Oh. Look, this thing, without a doubt, has a nice, healthy amount of power and torque.
It feels sportier than a Hilux SR5. I can tell you that much.
It really does, which sounds disgusting to say, but it does. It's also got that completely revised suspension setup, and with that wider track, first of all, it feels more stable on the road. That compared to an SR5, this thing just it's all over it. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Big words here. The thing I don't love about it, still,
lay it on me, bro.
It's the handling.
Yeah, it's still a ute at the end of the day.
It's still a ute, and then the steering is just so heavy. It's heavy.
It's heavy. It feels laborious to navigate.
Yes.
Through the corners, and not in a sporty way, in a laborious way. Oh my God.
I'm being pinned back.
Oh.
Sorry, I got pinned back by all the power and torque. Look, it's
still taking this corner at speed, I will say.
surprisingly good. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a permanent four-wheel drive system. It's still the classic rear-wheel drive until you
press a button.
Until you press a button and you're off-road, and then you can use it on off-road surfaces. You can't use it on on-road surfaces. So on a terrible, wet, rainy day like today,
It'd be really nice to have four-wheel drive.
it'd be really nice
Automatic,
because we have more than once had the rear end go a little bit, kick
Swerve.
out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it just could have done a little bit of
And
a
it makes
better
me
job.
feel a little bit scared.
Oh, don't be scared, friend. Don't be scared.
I'll tell you why I'm scared, though, friend.
Oh, tell me. What's with all these Mercedes? We were not invited to a launch, quite clearly.
God damn it.
I'm gonna put the car in.
I'll tell you what makes me scared.
What?
Saucy corner.
Tickle my little pickle. Ooh, we're an S. Why is it starting in fourth gear?
S for saucy.
Come on, daddy.
Ooh, actually, while we're going up and you're in manual mode, I will say the transmission feels better.
Feels better.
Doesn't it? Ooh.
They've made some adjustments to it. Okay, we're gonna drop down to second. Please don't kick the rear end out. Oh, it kicked the rear end out. It kicked it. It kicked it out. Okay.
Still in second.
Okay, we're gonna have to.
Oh God, cross them over.
Oh, we're just drifting.
You know what?
We're just drifting around there.
It was rotating around nicely there.
It was rotating around nicely, but I prefer my utes didn't rotate. Look, the other thing to talk about. I don't know if you can hear me over this rain. Okay.
This rain is coming down sideways, forwards, upside down. It's coming from all angles.
The weather is terrible, and it's a pretty good showcase that it's not the quietest ute in here.
No.
The engine sounds like a tractor. It's very loud. They haven't really done a good job at isolating that. But I will say it's actually quite comfortable in here. I know some journos, in fact, pretty much all the other journos are going, it's terrible. But
that was a good impression.
Thank you. Here's what I think. I think it's a bloody ute. It's not going to ever be extremely comfortable, but as far as utes goes, it's pretty comfy.
It's pretty good. I mean, obviously we can't compare it to like a Ranger or an Amarok in terms of comfort.
No.
Or even performance.
No.
Or anything, really.
No.
But it's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good. I think as far as Hiluxes goes, it's the best Hilux.
It's definitely the best Hilux. I think on that we can both agree.
All right, friend. I think it's time to launch the Daddy GR Sport Hilux and see just how quick it is from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour.
I'm so ready.
Alrighty, friend. It's time to launch the Toyota HiLux GR Sport. Fist me. And
Bro, I'm not going to fist you after that.
fist me. Oh, ooh. A bit gentle. Ooh,
not bad.
It's picking up now.
Oh, here we go.
Come on.
That's pretty good 0 to 60.
Come on, Daddy GR.
You've got this.
Oh!
Sub 10 seconds.
0 to 100 in 9.94 seconds. I'll take that.
Nice.
That's actually pretty good for a 4-cylinder ute.
It's really good for a 4-cylinder ute.
All right, let's final thoughts this bad boy.
Okay.
Alrighty, friend. Final thoughts on the Toyota HiLux GR Sport. Listen to me.
Bro, no, listen to me.
Oh.
I want to start.
Okay.
I think this is the coolest looking Hilux that Toyota's ever made.
No doubt.
However,
Oh.
it just loses to the competition.
Yeah, look, it really does. There's no doubt that this is the best driving Toyota HiLux out there. The way that this thing performs with that engine retune, it actually makes a pretty massive difference to how it drives, and it makes it actually pretty good. The issue starts to come when you start to look at the value equation. Is it really worth the $75,000 before on-road costs when you consider just the interior space, which is so poor compared to the competitors? I don't know, man.
Yeah, even the driving dynamics.
It's, yeah, like you would be better off pretty much every day of the week going for a V6 Ranger or going cheaper and just getting yourself a 3-litre Isuzu D-Max. Like, that's kind of how I feel. But you can let me know what you think down in the comment section just below that like button, and subscribe to the channel as well. It helps.